That's loud. That's loud. Anyways, hello everyone, this is Dr. Cowan, and today we're going to be talking about the Nintendo Switch. Yeah. Anyway, so I'm just going to be sharing my thoughts on the Nintendo Switch, and hopefully other people agree. My volume didn't actually turn down yet. It didn't turn down. It's probably really loud. I'm so sorry. Wake up. Have that. Oh, you have to hold it in this game. Nope, it did not turn down. Okay. So I think we're just gonna. Why don't we just follow the. Like the. Oh my god, he just died in front of me. Live. Anyway, so I think the price is actually very well. Like. I think the price is very much okay because you got to really take in like perspective of what you're actually getting for the price. You're not just getting a console and you're not just getting a handheld. You're getting a little bit of both, and I think that's totally worth the price. Like that's. I mean, I would pay like $500 for that, but I'm not gonna say that because some companies make some ideas, you know what I mean? You know, they're gonna be like, oh wait, this guy wants to pay this much. Why don't we just check the price up a little bit? So, yeah, I totally think that the price is warranted, especially for what you're getting in terms of like power. You're getting, I think, an NVIDIA Tegra X1 or something around that, which is a teraflops, or not a teraflops, a teraflop of computing power, which is pretty significant for a tablet. Like that's really good. Like, to put it in perspective, an Xbox One is 1.3 teraflops and a PlayStation 4 is 1.84 teraflops, if I can remember correctly. So you're getting not too shy of an Xbox One in terms of power, which I think that's totally cool. Like, you know, let me just hold up. I got it. Anyways, like I think it's totally a warranted price for what you're getting. And the power, let's talk about the power. I think it's gonna be okay. Nintendo has never really been a powerful, like, you know, like a, well, Nintendo is very powerful, but they've never really made powerful consoles, so I'm not surprised that they went with an NVIDIA Tegra processor. Sorry, I'm a little bit rusty. I haven't played this game in quite some time. But yeah, I'm not very surprised with the power. In fact, that was pretty much what I expected. I expected about a teraflop performance. Well, that's what I'm expecting. It hasn't been confirmed, but it's rumored to be about a teraflop. Are you kidding me? Is someone seriously calling me right now? Hold up. No. Don't do that. Don't do that, buddy. Don't do that. Okay. Stop. Stop talking. I didn't even have it open. That's the weird thing. I didn't even have the application open on my computer. Got him. Oh, wait. I totally got this. No, come back. Come back. Oh, okay, it's okay. But, yeah, and I don't think people really understand. Well, I think people understand it, but they're not really, like, thinking about how, like, useful this could be. Like it's a console, but you can take it wherever you want. Like, let's say you're getting a ride in a buddy's car, and, like, let's say you're, like, taking a road trip. Say you're taking a road trip, you know, and you're really into playing Zelda right now, right? So you're playing Zelda, you know, your buddy wants to go on a road trip with you, all right? And he's going on a road trip, he invites you, you accept. Okay, you accept the road trip. You can keep playing Zelda on the road trip, that's awesome. Like, that's really cool, and, you know, the sharing the joy is a little, you know, cliche, or what's the word I'm looking for, like, tacky? Like, in terms of the phrase, like, it's a little bit, you know, business buzzword, or whatever. I don't know what I'm trying to say. But, you know, it's kind of true in the fact that you can actually share the console, like, you can take this on the road trip. You can put, you know, Mario Kart 8 in the console, and you can play with your buddy. Like, I don't know, let's say you're camping. You can play with your buddy while camping if that's what you want to do. You know, and I see a lot of value with what you're getting for the price. What else? Well, there's a guy here, I think. I'm very rusty at playing Battlefield 4. You have to forgive me. I've been playing too much Battlefield 1. What is that? There's a guy up here. Hold up. Come on. Also, it's quite a significant, like, for people that skipped over the Wii U games, or skipped the Wii U, they have, like, a whole new library of games to play. Like, they have, you know, they got Zelda, they've got Mario Kart 8, they've got, you know, all these games that are coming from Wii U that are being ported over. They've got Splatoon, which is a completely new game for them, you know? Like, I have the Wii U, but I don't have any games for it, which, I mean, there's nothing really to buy on it. That's unfortunate. So it was really that, you know. Oh my god, my cat's awake. You know, it was really unfortunate what happened to the Wii U with its launch and everything, but, you know, Nintendo has another shot. So far, it's not looking too great, but it's too early to tell. What is this? Is this a submarine? Like, what is this? I don't know what this is. What up? But yeah, so the one thing that Nintendo absolutely has to nail is the third-party support. If they don't get the third-party support, then this console might be their end. You know, like, you know, like, there were no games on the Nintendo Wii U, so it flopped. So they really need to get the games on there. And so far, I mean, it's looking very meh in terms of the third-party support. Did this get nerfed? It couldn't have. Or am I just aiming properly? Or shooting improperly, or whatever. Like I said, it's been a while. I never reloaded. There we go. But, yeah, like, they're saying, like, oh, we have third-party support, we do, but they're not showing us anything. Like, sure, they got FIFA, and they've got, what, Skyrim? What? Why, of all games, why Skyrim? I mean, I get there's an audience for it, but that's not a new game or anything. That's a kind of an old game, you know? Like, it came out in 2011, if I'm not sure. If I'm sure. Like, or if I can remember, it came out in 2011. They need, like, the big games from right now. That's what they need. They need games like Battlefield 1. They need... Of course, I'm going to say Battlefield. I'm biased towards Battlefield, but they need, like, the Call of Duty games. And from what I understand, Activision was producing Call of Duty games for the Wii U until Advanced Warfare? I think that was the only game that didn't come out. Like, I think they had Ghosts, they had Black Ops 2, but they didn't have Advanced Warfare. So they need to get, you know, Activision back on. You know, could you imagine that? Bringing Battlefield 1 or Call of Duty in a car with you? I mean, there's not going to be much you can do, but, I mean, like, imagine playing, like, through the Call of Duty campaign on a plane. Right? That's awesome. I mean, like, I'll be picking one up. Like, the fact that I can have it in, you know, like, have it in my, you know, my TV room. I'll call it a TV room. I don't know what else to call it. You know, my TV room. And let's say it's 10 o'clock and I want to go to bed, but I don't want to stop playing, you know, let's say Zelda. I can bring it with me. And since it has USB-C, you know, since it's a new standard, and props to Nintendo for embracing the new standard. Right. Iced tea. And props to Nintendo for embracing the new standard. Like, once a USB-C becomes like relevant or in like, you know, modern society, you'll just say, hey, you know, like, it'll be easier to find a charger for or anything. Like, it'll be just that much more portable. Is there a guy in here? Oh. Health. Here, I got you. I got you. Don't move. I got it. Don't worry. There's a guy back here. Yep. Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? But back to the third-party support. Like, they need the big games. Like I said, Call of Duty, Battlefield 1, Titanfall 2. They need, you know, something like a Titanfall 2 off of the ground. It's such a good game, but it's so, like, EA killed it by putting it in that launch window. Like, what were they thinking? Like, they knew. They had to know it was gonna get killed. But, like, seriously, something to revive Titanfall 2 because it's that good of a game. It really does deserve it. Okay. But, what else? What else? Clock speeds. So, it's going back to the power. So, it sounds like it's going to be perfectly powerful on in a console form, like in its console package. But the power, it's going to be like 40% of its power, which is like, well, 400 gigaflops. Let's just say it's 1 teraflop in, you know, like console mode, and 400 gigaflops in, you know, handheld mode. So I think that's going to be its biggest, like, going to be its Achilles heel, because, or either that or the battery, because they really need, you know, like, some games, a lot of games can probably run on it in console mode, but it's probably the developers being worried about the portable mode that, you know, that won't be able to be run on. I don't whatever. You know what I mean? Like, let's say, you know, Fallout 4. Let's say it runs perfectly fine on in its console mode. You know, a teraflop, that's more than enough for Fallout 4. Let's just say. But maybe 400 gigaflops isn't. So they can't port it, because it has to work in both modes. You know? Like, there's only so far you can, you know, pull back a game, or, like, pull in the reins to a game, which is why I think they chose Skyrim. So I think that the power is going to be a bit of an issue. Because, like, of all games from EA, why did they choose FIFA? Like, why FIFA? Of all games, why FIFA? I don't see the point in choosing a FIFA game. I mean, it's popular, I guess, but from what I understand, it's a fairly lightweight game, or at least it can be reined in a little bit. And we don't even know if it's, you know, FIFA, what is it, 17 they're on? FIFA 17, I don't know what game they're on. We don't even know if it's going to be FIFA 17. I'm just going to call it FIFA 17. It might be like a cut-down version or something. I don't know why I'm ranting so much. I just like doing it. Like, we don't know if it's going to be a cut-down version or not. Boy. Grenade. Have one. Okay. But I think that the reason they chose FIFA was because of the power limits, or like the actual power of the console. Like, it wasn't enough to run any other like any other EA games. You know, because Battlefield is a heavyweight game. Titanfall is sort of medium. I mean, it'll run probably in console mode. It will most likely run in console mode, but not in tablet mode. And I think that's going to be its Achilles heel, the adaptive mode. Because of just, like, if you see the clocks, it's really low. Like, I think it's like 350, somewhere around there, 350 gigaflops, which is, or not gigaflops, 350 megahertz, which is so incredibly low. Like, and I think the reason they pulled it that far back was because because when it's in the dock, they don't have to worry about, well, they do have to, but they have a larger, what's the word I'm looking for? They have a larger buffer, I guess, for the amount of heat that can be radiated from the console. Like, the amount of heat that it can use, or that it can give off, can be a lot more when in a console, like in the console mode, when it's in a dock, when no one's gonna be touching it, it can use as much power and it can like give off as much heat as they need. You know, they don't have to worry about that. But when it's in a portable mode, they have to worry about power and they have to worry about heat. So from what I understand, there's a fan on it, but you don't want the fan to be constantly running and, you know, sounding like a turbine. You know? You don't want that to be happening. And I think it's the battery that's really holding it back. Like, that's probably at the root, it's probably the battery. Like, it's alright, like, at a 40%, at a 60% down clock, and it's still only getting like 2.5 batteries at minimum. Who knows if they left it at maximum? Like, that would probably get them like an hour max, or well, not like 2 hours max, and like 15-30 minutes minimum. So I can understand why they pulled it. My math is wrong, but it's not gonna be 15 minutes. It's like 30 minutes to an hour. I'll say an hour. Let's just say an hour. If it were completely at full 100% clock speed, it would probably get them about an hour. Okay, I died. So, I have an NVIDIA Shield, like Android TV, so I understand sort of the amount of power that the system is going to have. And it's... Now, it might be because the Shield isn't very well optimized, like, games aren't very well optimized for the Shield, but the games on Shield didn't run too incredibly well. Like the Talos Principle, I have the Talos Principle, it ran terribly. Like, you had to lower the settings all the way down in order for it to run well. So, I think, you know, people don't really have an understanding of how much power the thing actually has, and it's not a lot. Like, 1 teraflop, it's not a lot. When docked, it's not a lot at all. I mean, it's a lot for a tablet, but not like for a tablet to have, like, let's say 400 gigaflops. That's a pretty good amount. Like, that's, you know, you're looking at about Xbox 360, PlayStation 3 amounts of power. So, you know, it has power. Like, it can work. Like, it's in a handheld mode, it's gonna be about equivalent to a like a, what do you call it? Like a Wii U. Like, it's gonna be about equivalent to a Wii U, which is why they're porting so many Wii U games over. I don't know why I'm still talking. I'm just gonna end it here, man. You know, son? You know what, son? I've been babbling for about quite a while now. And I'm gonna upload this. And nobody's gonna watch it. Alright. Bye. Just go underwater. Let's just sit down here for a bit. It's nice down here.
I have eyes on a hostile AT